I'm doing fine, Bryant. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for so much for meeting with me.
Yeah, of course. Happy after Thanksgiving, I guess.
Yeah. Happy holidays to you.
Yeah. How can I help you?
Um, so I had been, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name
Sure.
is Bryant Reese, and I've been in the security industry for 20 years. I started off in security, then I went into executive protection. I'm now a licensed private detective for 6 years now. And I've worked in every facet of industry, in security. Worked for a lot of high profile clients and, executive protection, um, like, state representatives. So, 2022, my wife and I, we started a security company, Reach Royal Protection Services LLC. And so well, um, when when we first started our company, we was with another company similar to this one. I'm not gonna say the names, but we spent a lot of money to get contracts, and to like really pursue, put a lot of time and effort into making our company into what we desire it to be. And but the last 2 years, 2023, 2024, nothing happened. So it was kind of like disappointment, but it wasn't a give up for me. I got discouraged about it a little bit, but then, I just can't give up on it because, this is what God has given me. And I want to, like, put everything into it. I want to, like, absolutely know that I've given everything that I have into this being a success. So, you know, I'm happy that for the opportunity to meet with you today and just to discuss more opportunities that would probably work better for me. I watched a few of your videos, even the one that was sent to me today with the other guy you was talking to. You made a lot of pretty valuable points, just discussing everything with him, and I'm so impressed, and I want to know how getting contracts with, in the security industry can work for my company. We're located in Rosenberg, Texas. So we're not far from Austin. I've worked in Austin a lot too, so we're not far from a few hours from Austin, Texas. But I just want to know how leveraging city and state contacts can work better for my company. I don't want to pursue like the major contracts at this point. I just want to work on the smaller contracts where I can get some real credibility and then grow my company into something bigger that it could be, after some years of working and everything. So that's the point where I am now.
Sure. Okay. I've got you figured out, Bryant. I'm going to tell you the first thing is you're not a potential client for me. You don't have any experience in the construction industry, and I don't teach construction in the same way that I'm not in the security industry and I don't teach security.
Okay.
Now, I do teach how to get federal government construction contracts, and the
Okay.
same principles apply to getting a construction contract as they apply to a security contract. And
Right.
sure, you could probably go through my training and try to translate in your head every time I'm talking about construction, apply that to the security industry. But the last thing I would want to do is have somebody go through my course and walk away from that going, I don't really see how that could work for me.
Okay. So
So
you're
now,
in the
all
construction.
that said, I do have a path forward for you. So there's something called, I want you to write this down,
Okay.
F like Frank, PDS, P like Papa, Delta, Sierra, FPDS, and there's one called DSBS, Delta Sierra Bravo Sierra.
Okay.
Okay. Between those two websites, one of them, and I forget, it's been too long since I've looked at each of them, but I'm just going to tell you what one does and tell you what the other does. One of them, have you ever heard of a NAICS code?
I've heard of that, but I don't know.
Okay, so I want you to Google NAICS code, NAICS.
Okay.
NAICS, NAICS code.
Oh yeah, I've heard from them.
Okay, I want you to Google that. Now, I need you to figure out what NAICS code security services is. You'll find it in there, but you got to go figure that out. I don't know that number. It'll be a, what is it? A five? No, I think it's a 6-digit number, 5 or 6-digit number. Okay, but that'll be your 6 digits. It'll be 6 digits, and it'll be your NAICS code. Okay, you're gonna need that NAICS code when you go to those two websites, FPDS and DSBS.
Actually, I am registered with SAM, so I have a few NAICS codes.
That doesn't matter for right now.
Okay.
One of those websites is going to show you the contracting officers, the procurement officials that are buying that NAICS code.
Okay.
Okay. And so you're going to want to contact that contracting officer and say, hey, I provide security services, which you purchase, and I'm already SAM registered, and I want to be considered for work with you.
Okay.
Now, look, you're going to have to narrow that down to Texas or the 4 or 5 states around us, whatever. But it's going to be your responsibility to find those procurement officials that are spending federal funds on that NAICS code.
Okay. Okay.
Now, the other one, I think it's DSBS. What that's going to do is show you who the guys are that are getting work in that NAICS code, your competition. And you're going to be able to see the amounts of the awards that they got.
Okay.
Between those two things, you should be able to figure it out.
Okay. I'll do that today. So you only work with construction contracting, correct?
Look, I did $1 billion worth of work for the federal government in construction.
Construction, okay.
And as a small security outfit, the only way I would have ever contacted a guy like you is if there was a requirement in my construction contract to have a security guy on site. And then I would have contacted you. You would have charged me $15,000 or $20,000. I would have charged the government $50,000, and then you would have never known that, and you would have gone out there, been happy to get your 20 grand or whatever. I would have been happy to get my 50, and life would have moved on, and I would have never talked to you ever again because my next job's in Wisconsin. And it doesn't make sense to have you in Wisconsin because guess what? There's a guy just like you in Wisconsin.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so you're a throwaway guy to me. I don't mean that derogatory.
Okay. Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look into these and yeah, what I'm gonna do next.
And I'll just tell you this: you want to be successful in this world? Don't fucking quit.
No, I'm not. I can't quit.
Okay.
Yeah, you work too hard. So I thank you for your time.
Oh yeah, happy to help.
Yeah. You have a happy holidays.
Yeah, you too, man. Have a good one, Bryant, and whoever in the background is there. Merry Christmas.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You bet. Bye bye.